What's going on, my PT peeps? I'm a Walking Dead family. Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eyebrow, back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 2, Easter eggs, big moments, things you might have missed. So obviously, spoiler warning for Season 9, Episode 1, Episode 2, but also later this season. We're going to highlight some things that may happen in future episodes, and I don't want to ruin anything for you. If you don't want to know, spoiler warning. But we're going to highlight some big moments of the episode and some fun things and also some connections that you might have missed. But if you love The Walking Dead family, and all things Walking Dead, this is the channel for you. Become a valued member of the PT channel and our Walking Dead family by hitting that subscribe button. Obviously, photo credit and info credit to these fine folks right here. Just giving credit where credit is due. And first, right off the bat, no pun intended, but it's the portraits behind Jesus. And it looks to be the Green family, with Glenn being in the middle. And we can clearly make out Glenn. You see Herschel, probably Beth. I believe you see Maggie's mom, stepbrother, stepsister, or somebody there. But I believe it is the Maggie family portraits of the Green family. And of course, Glenn being in the middle. Who painted these portraits was Anne. Anne was a nice little part of this episode. And I have to say, Season 9, Episode 2 was pretty awesome. And you can see the Anne right there. I'm guessing it's a signature. Anne marked her portraits, and she's pretty talented. The portraits look pretty good, and also the portrait that she painted for Father Gabriel's organist. Lauren Cohan was seen in interviews with this shirt on, talking about Season 9, Episode 2, and I want to highlight the shirt for one main reason right here. Lauren Cohan, at Lauren Cohan on Instagram, has the same shirt on right here. And this is from her Instagram, at Lauren Cohan. You can see the same shirt and the long hair that she is wearing. So I believe this is from Season 9 filming when Scott Wilson filmed a little cameo or part for this season. And I can't wait to see that and what it's all about. The portrait that Anne drew for Father Gabriel is the woman back in Season 5 who was a walker back at the food bank. But we found out a little more information about her. Turns out she was the organist that Father Gabriel cared for. And I'm not sure if it was a romantic way or what, but we had some backstory for that. And also, before the makeout session, Father Gabriel was talking about the noises that were heard in the woods. They were frogs mating, and these two started making out. So I'm not sure if they got together, but they probably did. But remember the frogs? You see Anne making a frog sculpture or piece of art right there, probably for Father Gabriel. As she stands in the crane and looks out into the sky, you see her look into the sky. She looks up and she sees something in the distance. It's hard to make out here because all we see is the night sky, but she sees the helicopter in the distance. It's not a plane, it's the helicopter. And she looks worried about it. So we'll see that come up probably later this season. But what is that all about? And why did Anne look so worried about it? She wasn't happy and smiling about it either. She definitely looked like that was going to be a problem. So whoever is with the helicopter is probably not good. And did you notice the woman behind Anne? And you may have missed it. She clearly only has one hand. So this was kind of setting up the idea that Aaron is going to lose his hand. Maybe Sadiq and Enid had to amputate this woman's hand. Also, the fingers that were missing on this person's hand when Eugene was looking at them. I wasn't sure if this was a gunman from when Eugene sabotaged the bullets, or it was a previous patient that Sadiq and Enid had to work on. Also, the stitches in the hand of Cindy set up the big surgery scene with Aaron and Enid. Also, it may be setting up a future scene with Rick or someone getting injured, and Enid has to step in again. And we saw Rick basically threaten Justin and saying that stitches won't help you if Rick sees him again. So stitches in the hand, stitches with Justin and Rick, that may come back around again. Just a theory. Also, Aaron losing his forearm and his hand is definitely a comic connection to Rick, as Rick lost his hand in the comic, and people were wondering, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? Well, not to Rick, but to Aaron. Also, it's an obvious connection to Merle, and overall, I thought it was pretty awesome. And the reference to Sadiq going back, probably to Alexandria, maybe a couple other communities, that there's a bug going around. Is that a connection to Season 4 with the virus and the bug that was killing people? Hopefully that doesn't happen this season, and I hope it doesn't. And maybe it's just a reference to Season 4 with the virus at the prison and we lost a lot of people. Did you pick up on the sunglasses that Tara was wearing? She had those back in Season 7 when she was coming back from Oceanside. It's a small little connection, but I like little things like that. And hopefully we'll see more of them. Did you pick up on the solar charging radios? Clearly, Justin didn't care about that, and it was BS that he said that the walkie wasn't working. He just clearly didn't do his job. Also, the crank siren is an actual thing. On The Talking Dead, they talked about it, that they were used in World War II, and they're still used today. Also, why is Jerry by himself? I don't want to risk Jerry being taken out or being killed. Jerry Bear's got to stick around. Come on, Walking Dead, be smarter than that. And what's up with the explosives? Why are you blowing up rocks and making noise that way? You should just set explosives where the walkers get destroyed and taken out with tripwires or something. And why is Rosita with a rot? That's a weird pairing. I can kind of see some symbolism here with rocks in the road. It's a rocky road between them, or there's still something blocking the path before they can move forward. I don't know. I do see symbolism here. I love the moment right here with that walker's like, ow! And the chick from Oceanside coming in and shooting that walker with a harpoon. Pretty awesome. And they're definitely giving Daryl more and more parts. He helped save Aaron, and how do you not love Daryl? He's all about team family and protecting those people that mean a lot to him. He's just got a big heart, and he's there to save the people that mean a lot to him. The logs, the fight scenes, a lot of action, a lot of story, a lot of setup. It was overall a great episode, and I loved the CG that was done here. It looked pretty good. Why does Rick got to shoot this rope out? To be dramatic and be awesome? Sure, but he could have used his axe to chop the rope right there. I mean, come on, you don't have to waste a bullet, but it was a pretty sweet scene. And I like this episode a lot. I like the idea of the action coming forward, but some story and this, and Rick's like, I'm Ricky Grimes, baby. I can do what I want. If I want to shoot the rope out, I will. But I love Rick, and it's going to suck when he leaves, and I think we're getting more and more clues of a possible way that Rick leaves, but we have to wait and see. And it's a small little moment, but here I see a little callback to the prison with Michonne on horseback back in season 4 with the sharpened sticks coming out around the entrance, and she just comes in and enters. It's a small little moment, and maybe it's nothing, but I just see a little connection. And I love the moment here with Maggie breaking the horse. She's not messing around. And Maggie's definitely stepping up. Whether you like it or not, Maggie's a good leader. And I like Maggie a lot, and I definitely think there's a lot of symbolism here with Maggie and the horse. Small little moment here. Earl is back to work with someone watching him, but Earl being a blacksmith is a very important trait. I said it in my earlier review, but a blacksmith can be a game changer for sure. And I have to comment about the Commonwealth sign on the windmill. I saw it in the season 9 premiere. I saw it in episode 902. And I saw it way back in the season 9 trailer back in July. That's why I didn't talk about it in my episode 901 videos. You can see it here on the windmill. Commonwealth is a possible connection for the Commonwealth in the comics, but also Virginia is a Commonwealth state, I am told. So maybe that's what it is, or maybe it's a future reference. The Georgie letter. I think this is the way that Maggie's going to leave. Probably around episode 906 is the word, but Georgie being reintroduced means that that's probably her way out. And the twins are these two women right here, Georgie and the twins. A lot of people didn't know that they are twins. And yes, that was Jesus's reference in the episode about the twins bringing the letter to Maggie. Lauren Cohan is looking more like comic Maggie every season, and this shot of her definitely is. With the outfit and the bandana, I definitely see comic Maggie on the show right here. The Toledo sign has a definite answer. As it was said on The Talking Dead, that the Toledo sign is a clear reference and Easter egg to the show MASH, as they had signs like this of the different cities for the soldiers that were in the war. Carol and Ezekiel are engaged. I love the idea of Ezekiel wanting to give a speech, and Carol's like, no, don't give a speech. And Ezekiel's like, but I wrote a speech. It was just pretty cute, and I like that about it. What's the future? A lot of people don't like the idea of the small e. Is that a connection? Is that something? Is it bad spelling? And I mean, you would think you would just capitalize all the letters. What does it mean? I'm just not sure. But the future is the bridge, for sure. The completion of the bridge is eventually going to happen, probably in 6 to 9 days of their timeline on the show, which will probably be around episode 904 or 905. I have to say, I did not miss Negan at all, and I haven't in the first 2 episodes, and I really like the episodes. So to me, I see a correlation of good Walking Dead content equals no Negan. But we'll see if he turns it around this season. I kind of like the idea of him not being so pompous or arrogant, because he's locked up and he's got no power. But he's all about having power and just being a smooth talker. So we'll see what happens. I initially thought that Justin would let him out, but Justin's probably not going to make it after next week's episode, so we'll see. I have some information about that. But Justin being taken, captured, killed, beaten, something, what do you make of that? And I do like this small little cliffhanger. Sets up next week's episode in a good way. We want to know what happens. It's opening up the conversation with Justin and Rick. Who took him? Who killed him? What has happened here? I have a theory video about it that I posted earlier about it. Did they set up Rick's exit in episode 902? I mean, they got to start doing that, right? So there you go, guys. Did you catch all these things? Did I miss anything? As I definitely might have. Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with my Easter eggs, connections, flash forwards, callbacks? And we're only in the second episode of season 9, and I'm already very excited. I was excited before the season started, and I think it's living up to the hype. I'm not sure if people are agreeing with it or they're still watching, but I am. I'm excited. I love all these little things, these Easter eggs and callbacks and connections, and what's going to be happening in the future. Oh, baby, I can't wait. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. If you're new to the channel or you haven't hit that subscribe button, we have a lot of fun here, and we love The Walking Dead. If you love The Walking Dead, this is the channel for you. Hit that subscribe button, become a valued member of the PT channel and our Walking Dead family. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it.